your class today, we'll be doing deep work in the shoulder girdle. Sink the sit bones towards the heels. Find child's pose to begin today's class. You can take the knees as wide as feels good. Reach the arms forwards and come to your fingertips. With all 10 fingers on the floor, engage your arms and breathe deep into your back ribs. As you use a little pressure from your palms to sink your hips low, feel the space you're creating along the torso. Soften the whole face. Soften the jaw. And take deep breaths here. If you are used to ujjayi breath, so an oceanic sound at the back of your throat, then utilize that here. It's a wonderful way to calm the mind and presence yourself ready for your practice. Cultivate a sense of easefulness and bring that with you as you walk the palms towards your thighs. Bring the palms under shoulders, knees hip-width apart, and reach your palms forwards to the front of your mat. Keep your pelvis aligned right on top of your knees as you sink the heart and the center of your chest towards the floor. Now, as you inhale, fill your belly and your chest. And as you exhale, allow gravity to work its magic. With a firm grounding underneath your shin bones, allow your heart to drape towards the mat. Now, if you feel a certain sensation building within the shoulders, breathe deep into the area you feel it the most. Another option here is to move the chin to the floor and gaze forwards to your fingertips. As you cultivate a deep awareness of your breath, use your breath here to presence your mind. The breath in creates space in your whole rib cage, and the exhalation allows you to surrender to the weight of gravity. And these poses today will work with gravity and harness the force that's available to us all to bring us deeper into relaxation. Let's unravel. Walk your palms underneath your shoulders. Cat-cow. As you exhale, round through the whole spine. Inhale to tilt your sit bones high. Open the chest and gaze forwards. Long cervical spine here. Create space in the back of your neck. Exhale to lengthen your tailbone. Lift the navel and relax your whole face and head. Inhale. Tilt the sit bones high. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back. And as you exhale, navel lifts as you relax your whole head. Do this a few more times, so inhale to blossom open. Broaden across your collarbones. Exhale to round through the whole spine by each and every vertebra. Now take a three-dimensional movement in your cat-cow. Bring your rib cage in a big circle. Work into your side waist and the sides of your neck. Perhaps the movement today grows a little bigger. Maybe you find a release along your side waist. Now alternate here, move the opposite direction. And breathe into any areas that need your breath. Your breath is your life force. Prana, chi. It flows into the areas that need it the most. we can actually massage the inside of our body using our breath and its intelligence. Come back to a neutral spine. Let's tuck the toes under, lengthen through the legs, and find your downward facing dog. Once in down dog, make any movements that feel good. Position your palms and have your middle finger pointing forwards. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back and spiral the arms so your triceps hug underneath as you create space across the backs of your shoulders. From there, tilt the sit bones high. Perhaps your knees stay softly bent. Lower to your forearms. Forearm down dog. Keep the cervical spine in neutral, so the natural curve of your neck is preserved, and hang your head heavy. As you tilt the sit bones high, use the power of your forearms. Root them to the mat as you send your heart towards your big toes. Interlace your fingers as you keep your elbows in. You have the option here to move into dolphin. So as you inhale, lean your shoulders forwards and touch your nose in front of your palms. As you exhale, press back to forearm down dog. Inhale, shift your weight forwards. Use your core, draw up through the thighs. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, shift the weight forwards one last time, touch the nose. And exhale, shift your shoulders and your heart back. Rest here in forearm down dog. And shimmy your elbows a little closer together. Find an external rotation of your arm bones, so the outer arms hug underneath and towards your face. Broaden across the backs of your shoulders and melt the shoulder blades onto the back. Take one last deep breath in and exhale to release your knees to the earth. Sink to child's pose. Allow your whole body to relax. Take a huge and expansive breath in. And a big exhalation through your mouth. Allow your breath to comb through your whole body, finding areas that need it the most. When we work into areas that store and house our stress, our tension, often certain feelings or emotions may arise. Just allow them to be there. And let's roll up through the whole spine and come to sit on your heels. I'll show you from the back. As you inhale, lift your right arm and exhale to grab hold of your right elbow with your left hand. Work your elbow towards the back of your head and bring your left fingers around your back to tickle perhaps your right fingertips. Now don't worry if your hand doesn't meet. If your fingers are not yet touching, grab a strap and hold the strap with both palms. If your fingers are almost touching, then hold it there, and perhaps throughout the course of the stretch, your shoulders may open enough for you to grab hold of fingertips. Find your deepest breath. Move the awareness to your navel. Draw the lower ribs in if they have started to splay out. And as you draw your left arm bone back, hug your right tricep towards your face. So you find an external rotation of your right arm. Take one last deep breath in. Exhale to release. Bring your fingertips to your shoulders. And as you inhale, draw the elbows up and around. Imagine you're drawing a big circle with both elbows. Inhale lifts the elbows high in front of your face, and the exhalation takes them back behind you. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to lower. Develop a deep awareness of how the arms feel as they rotate within the shoulder girdle. Release the arms, reach wide, and lift your left arm. Grab hold of your left elbow with your right palm and work your elbow close behind your head. Take your right arm behind your back. Grab hold of the strap. Perhaps you find your left fingers with your right fingers. Externally rotate your left arm bone. Hug the tricep forwards. And as you do this, draw your right shoulder back and down. Broaden across your collarbones as you draw the lower ribs towards your spine. And breathe deep here. Phew, this can be rather intense. I find that my left shoulder is a lot tighter than my right. But with this wonderful sequence to open the shoulder girdle, I bring a little more symmetry to both sides of my body. And maybe you feel it too. Perhaps one side of your body feels a lot more sensation-rich than the previous side. Or perhaps the first side felt a little more challenging. So notice the differences between the right side and the left side of your body. If you do find tension, be kind to yourself today and relax into any sensations you feel. Let's release. Reach the arms long. Come to your belly and reach your arms wide, level with your shoulders. Bend your left elbow and place your left fingertips to the earth. Mindfully roll to your right. As you do this, press into left fingers to stabilize and shift your hips to the opposite side of the mat to deepen it. Now you may feel sensation already. This one is a deep, deep workout. If you'd like to go further, bend your left knee, place the foot behind your right leg, and slowly start to shimmy your hips to face the ceiling. Perhaps you bend your right knee too. Through the course of this pose, take it slow and ease your left hip towards the floor. If you're looking for a little more sensation, if you don't have enough already, reach your left arm up and over. Reach your left fingers towards your right palm behind you. As you breathe in, create space in your whole torso. And as you exhale, see if you can soften and surrender to the earth. So every breath out is a chance to let go. To let go of deep-seated tension. Our body is a mirror for our mind. And over the course of years, we can have emotions, perhaps certain events, locked in the musculature of our whole being. So through these deep, deep postures and long holds. We can work out, we can unravel certain areas in our body. And the unraveling allows us to uncover our true, our happy and peaceful self by harnessing the power of our breath. We can stick with something even if it's a challenge. Take your last 2 breaths and send your breath right to the very heart of the stretch. Notice the gentle or perhaps intense tug on the connective tissues around the front of your right shoulder. And slowly release. Roll back to the front. Bring the palms by the hips and allow your shoulders to relax. Wiggle the hips from side to side. Take a huge and expansive breath into your shoulders. Open the mouth, big exhalation. Cultivate a complete awareness of your whole body resting on the floor. Bring palms under shoulders. Inhale to ground through the feet, firm the thighs and rise up, cobra pose. Exhale to lower. Inhale to ripple up, gaze forwards. Exhale to lower down nice and slow. Inhale, rise up, press into the palms, lengthen the arms. Exhale to lower. As you inhale, lead with the hips and press to hands and knees. Second side. Lots of goodies await. Moments of deliciousness. Or perhaps it's complete torture. But it's good for us. Let's come to the front. Reach your left arm alongside your left shoulder. So arm is very much level with your shoulder. Bend your right elbow, place your fingertips in front of you. And roll to your left side. Now go super carefully as you increase the intensity. To go further, bend your right knee, place your right foot behind your left leg. Shift your whole pelvic girdle towards the opposite side of your mat. Perhaps you go even deeper. So as your shoulder starts to give, maybe you sneak your left foot towards your right. Have the feet hip-width apart, plant them firmly. As you roll your right hip towards the earth. Option to stay exactly where you are or to go further. To bring a little more intensity to this pose. Inhale to reach your right arm behind you. Use your arm bone here to create space in your front body, but without any force, any need to get further. Just harness the force of gravity. Surrender fully to the earth. And with the help of gravity, stay present, stay super present to whatever you feel. The sensation of gentle or perhaps intense tug on the muscles around your shoulder girdle, perhaps even the ligaments, the tendons, as we hold for a little longer. Notice your breath and the quality of your breath in. The art of our attention directly affects how successful a stretch will be in yoga. When we apply a concentrated awareness to one place in our body and visualize the breath moving into that area, we can actually let go of certain things, stuff locked within our body, perhaps trauma or old injury. Maybe it's just a store of emotions. You may even feel a little sad or teary as we work into the shoulders. But that's okay, just allow it to flow through. As you release, go slow. Roll out of the pose and come to your belly. Interlace the palms behind your sacrum. And as you inhale, draw the head of the arm bones back as you lift your heart away from the floor. To go further, float your thighs and reach back through the balls of your feet as you spread your toes wide. As you inhale, lift everything. As you exhale, grow long, long, long. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lengthen. Good, do one more of those. Inhale deeply. Exhale to release. Wiggle your hips from side to side, release your lower back. Bring palms under your shoulders. As you firm all 10 toes to the mat and inhale to rise up, cobra pose. Exhale to lower. Bend your knees. Take your palms to the outsides of both feet. And as you inhale, lift everything, bow pose. Draw the head of the arm bones back as you broaden across your collarbones. Perhaps you go further and slide your palms to the ankles or the shins and use each and every breath to rock your body. Bring a subtle and healthy massage to the digestive system. When we open our shoulders, we free our spine, especially the upper spine, for more successful and nourishing back bends. Bring the palms underneath the shoulders. Press to hands and knees and find child's pose. Take a huge breath in to any information, anything unlocked, stored, processed. And a big exhalation through the mouth. Allow your breath to find its own natural rhythm. Come to hands and knees. Inhale to rise your right arm to the ceiling. Exhale to thread your right arm underneath your left. As you lie on your right shoulder, option to go further and inhale to reach your left arm behind your back. Perhaps your left fingers find the inside of your right thigh or grab hold of tricep. Remain here or to work a little deeper into the twist. Bring your left fingers in front of your head and reach your left leg to the left. Stay on the ball of the foot for balance. Use your top shoulder. Suction cup the shoulder onto the back and walk your left fingers behind your head. Only go as far as feels good. And cultivate a sense of ease in the pose. Can you close your eyes? move the awareness inwards. Let's release. Bring your left knee to the floor and your left palm to the earth. Inhale to lift your left fingers high. Exhale to thread the arm underneath your right arm. To go further, lengthen your right leg in line with your hip as you lie on your left shoulder and your left ear. To move deeper into the twist, walk your right fingers behind your head. Draw the shoulder onto the back and then walk your palm just a little further if you can. Beware of rolling out of it completely, which can often happen. Engage the core and stabilize your body. Take one last deep breath in. Exhale to release. Come to all fours. Inhale, rise your gaze and tilt the tailbone. Cow stretch. Exhale to round through the spine. Inhale to lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale to round. Inhale to rise your heart, broaden across the chest. Exhale to round. Come back to a neutral spine and bring yourself to a seated position. Find a comfortable cross-legged position, and this could be Padmasana or half Padmasana, or just a simple, easy cross-legged pose. Bring your left palm underneath your left sit bone and sit on the whole hand as you slide your fingertips underneath. Have the palm facing down and walk your right fingers away from you. Lower right ear to right shoulder. Notice any growing sensation within the side of your neck and down the shoulder blade. This one is amazing for unraveling neck tension, which can often come from tight shoulders. Perhaps you roll your head cautiously forwards and slowly back until you find the place that feels the most sensation rich. When you find that sweet spot, as you inhale, breathe into your neck. And as you exhale, visualize letting go. So the space is created with every single breath in. And the places within our body, the areas that felt tight or stuck, as we bring our concentrated awareness to them, perhaps feel a little more spacious than they first were. To release, bring your right palm to the right ear and help your head to neutral. Bring your right palm underneath your right butt cheek. Sit on the whole hand and walk your left fingers to the left. Draw your left ear towards your left shoulder. And go carefully here. When you find the place where you feel the sensations, roll your head forward slightly and back until you have the sweet spot, that area that feels like it needs the most focus. When we cultivate an acceptance of where we're at and how our body feels, by really being truthful to ourselves, we then create space for our body to transform into a more free version of what it is. A And we all have those areas within our body that tension just goes to. Perhaps it's the weak spot within our body. Now, if we do this work, this deep work with our awareness every day, we open our body up. It's like therapy, like medicine for our tissues. Just a few conscious breaths into an area that has plagued us, has felt like a burden. We can start to shift and change. First, our perspective on our own body. And secondly, how we feel within our body. Let's release to the center. Use your left palm to help your head up. Bring fingertips to the shoulders and inhale to lift your elbows up. Exhale, take them wide and back and down. Inhale to rise your elbows in front of you. Exhale to circulate them back and down. Inhale to rise your elbows in front of you. Exhale to circulate them back and down. Become a little lost in the movement. Close the eyes and take the awareness to the rotation of the head of the arm bones. Switch the direction. So inhale to lift your elbows high behind you. Exhale to bring them forwards and down. Inhale to rise them high behind you. Exhale, bring them forwards and down. Breathe into this as you flow. Find a meditation seat. Turn the palms to face upwards. And take a deep breath in. And a slow exhalation. Notice how your shoulders feel. If there's any change or mini transformation. Notice your nervous system and the speed of your thoughts. Perhaps a little more space in between each and every thought. Notice the quality of your breath in as the breath flows through your nostrils down to your belly. Sit in this meditation seat for as long as you can today. And when a thought forms in your mind, bring your awareness back to the quality of your breath. Relax your whole face. Soften the tiny muscles around both eyes. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.